In the summer of 1954, Tokyo was hot, crowded, and humming with the rhythm of a city reborn after war. But among the travelers arriving that day at Haneda Airport, one man stood out. He wore a perfectly tailored gray suit, carried a black briefcase, and a passport from a country that no one had ever heard of. The name on the document was Taured. The immigration officers stared at it in confusion. Not because the passport looked fake, it didn't. It was detailed, textured, even stamped, with authentic-looking visas from several countries, including France and Spain. But there was no Taured on any map. Not in 1954. Not ever. When asked where this mysterious land was located, the man seemed equally puzzled. He pointed confidently to a spot between France and Spain, the region we know as Andorra. But when the officials told him that no such country existed, his expression changed. He became pale, angry, and then quietly fearful. He insisted his nation had existed for 1,000 years. He even produced coins and official-looking business papers to prove it. And when he was shown a map, one without Taured, he reportedly muttered, "That's impossible. Someone must be playing a joke." The customs officers decided to detain him for questioning. They placed him in a hotel room near the airport, a secure floor, guarded by police outside the door. His briefcase, his passport, and his strange currency were all kept in a separate locked room. The plan was to continue the investigation in the morning, but when the guards entered his room at dawn, he was gone, vanished. No trace, no movement on the hallway cameras, no open windows, no disturbed locks. He had simply ceased to exist. The room's window looked out from the 7th floor, with no balcony, and a sheer drop below. Yet the man had disappeared without a sound, without a witness, without a clue. Even stranger when the police checked the evidence room. The items were missing too. The passport, the coins, the documents, all gone. For weeks, the Japanese authorities tried to trace him. Interpol was contacted, embassies questioned, but there was no record of any such person. No fingerprints, no relatives, no flight history. It was as if he had stepped into this world and then quietly stepped out again. Some dismissed it as an urban legend, a ghost story for the atomic age, but others found the details too precise, too bureaucratic, to be entirely made up. Official memos from Haneda Airport at the time do mention a detained foreigner of unknown nationality, and to this day, no one can find where the name Taured first entered the story. It simply appeared, like the man himself, from nowhere. Then came the theories. Some said he was a time traveler, a man displaced from another reality, a parallel version of Earth where Taured existed and where Andorra did not. Perhaps a wrong turn between timelines. Others whispered that he was a spy, carrying fabricated documents from a secret Cold War operation that went catastrophically wrong. And some believed he never existed at all, that the story was planted to hide another truth entirely, maybe a defection gone wrong, or a political cover-up, buried beneath layers of myth. Yet one detail continues to haunt historians. The description of his passport, its embossed seal, its worn edges, the official visas that matched real countries and real customs stamps of that year. No forger in the 1950s could have created something so authentic in a single night. And what about the hotel guards who swore they saw him only hours before? Their testimonies, though inconsistent in tone, all agreed on one thing. He was calm, polite, and quietly terrified. Some claim he left behind a single note, scribbled on hotel stationery. "I'm home now." Whether this was real or added later, no one can say. But the name Taured continues to flicker in forgotten archives and old police reports, like a shadow that refuses to fade. Every few years, another report surfaces, a traveler with impossible papers, a language no one can place, a map that doesn't match ours. And each time, the story feels eerily familiar, as if the borders of our world are thinner than we think. So, perhaps, somewhere, in another version of our world, there is a man walking through an airport. He passes through customs without suspicion. He boards his flight home to a country called Taured, small, peaceful, ordinary. A place to him has always existed. And maybe, just maybe, He sometimes dreams of a night in 1954, when the world around him was just slightly wrong.